There's something about coffee at the beach that feels more intentional. Maybe it's the slower mornings, maybe it's the way conversations linger a little bit longer, or maybe it's that around Lewes, Rehoboth, Dewey, Milton, and even on the drive back toward the Bay Bridge, coffee shops aren't just stops, they're places you really settle into. Let's start in Lewes. The station on King sets the tone. It's bright, airy, and quietly inviting. The sunroom and veranda sit right next to the garden, creating a calm, open space that encourages you to slow down. And in the fresh artisanal breads and pastries, and it becomes the kind of morning you intentionally don't rush. Just a short walk away in downtown Lewes on 2nd Street, Gaia Coffee Company draws in true coffee aficionados. This is coffee as craft, thoughtful sourcing, precise preparation, and flavors meant to be noticed. Focused, intentional, and quietly confident. This is the kind of place where people who genuinely love coffee tend to find each other. Still in Lewes, Nectar Cafe and Juice Bar brings warmth in every sense of the word. It all starts with my friend Lisa, who used to also own the Lemon Tree. You got fresh juices, quality coffee, and that cozy fireplace that makes it just as inviting in the winter as it is during the peak summer. It feels like a reset. You walk in a little rushed and leave a little more grounded. And then there's a Lewes classic, Surf Bagel. This is a pure beach town morning energy, strong coffee, fresh bagels, and that familiar hum of locals grabbing breakfast before work, surf, or school drop-off. No frills, just a dependable start to the day. It was originally founded by a local family with teenagers, and they love surfing. So when you go in, you'll see surf on the monitors, and that kind of energy has carried forward into the community. Sodell has taken over those shops, so they're exceedingly well run, and it is just a great energy when you come in. It truly feels like you're at the beach when you pop into Surf Bagel. Next up in Rehoboth, you got the Starbucks along Route 1. I know. It earns a practical but important spot on the list. Great seating, it's easy parking, and reliable free Wi-Fi if you're parking yourself for a few hours to work on a laptop, take calls, or get organized before heading out. This is one of the most functional setups around. If you are looking for something quick, rather than a full sit down at Starbucks, actually go to the Express that's about a half a mile up on Route 1 southbound, and then you'll actually cruise through a little bit faster, because in the sit down Starbucks, you have people that are going externally on the drive through as well as sitting down in-house. You can still get a ceramic cup if you ask for it. You've also got Sugar and Thread, which feels chic and fresh the moment you walk in. It's modern. It was redesigned by the Shell Brothers when they came in and kind of used it as a staging point, as a concept. Its interior, paired with carefully curated merchandise, is the kind of place where you grab a coffee and then you end up walking out with something you didn't plan on buying, but you absolutely wanted. And what's really cool is that once you finish, one, you're going to hear seagulls kind of flying in and around outside. You're just a couple hundred yards from the boardwalk, so you can walk right out and see the waves and see the excitement of the surf. Maybe head next door and grab a beach towel. And down in Dewey Beach, I want to make sure everybody is aware of this, because it's just at the end of where most of us are aware of. It is called Dewey Post. You got breakfast and pastries are elevated without ever feeling overdone. Thoughtful, elegant, and relaxed. The Lily Sweet waffles are a standout. It's beautifully prepared, lightly indulgent, and exactly the kind of breakfast that makes you slow down and enjoy where you are. You can also sit outside. They've got a great veranda, and everything in Dewey is near the beach. If you turn to the left, you can see the bay, and if you turn to the right and squint, you can actually see the ocean. And then there's also one of my favorites, a Milton Coffee Roastery, which is something truly special. Owner Laura has built a space rooted in craftsmanship and care, hand-roasted beans, deep knowledge of the process, and one of the most memorable Turkish coffees you'll find anywhere on Delmarva. This is coffee for people who love the ritual as much as the cup, and you can know for sure that it is made with love. And finally, for those making the drive back toward the Bay Bridge in Greenville, Amity Coffee is perfectly placed for a final pause before the road trip home. It's warm, polished, and welcoming, a great spot to regroup, answer a few emails, or simply just take a breath before the drive and refuel. Together, these spots really tell the story of our towns. They're thoughtful, local, unpretentious. Each one offers a slightly different way to start or finish the day. And just a side note, people like you reach out to us every single day looking for help buying or selling or financing a home here on the coast. If that's ever part of your story, just send me an email or book a call. I'm always happy to help. We'll see you in town.